Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Resident Evil 2 remake. And it's crazy to know that 1 year is out, and I'll say this, man. I'm not ashamed. I am not ashamed at all of the amount of time that I put into this game. Hours to just, I probably have several days of playing this game. This game was so much fun, so enjoyable, and honestly, still to this day, a year out, I mean, I'm still playing this game and still having a fun time playing it. I am not ashamed of unlocking all the infinite ammo weapons or beating the game on certain difficulties and certain times. It's definitely one of those games that I have put a lot of time in, and still to this day I'm not disappointing in it, and I really think that my time and effort put into this game was something that I truly am still enjoying to this day. Now, Resident Evil 2 was my game of the year. It was definitely my game of the year of 2019 for how much fun I had in it. I'm a little disappointed that it did not win Game of the Year for the Game Awards, even though there was a lot of great games on the roster for Game of the Year. Dude, this was still one of those games that just captured the magic of a reimagining or remastered version of the Resident Evil 2 game back in the 90s. And even that game back then was still an amazing game. And the fact that Capcom was able to remaster this game, updated graphics, gameplay was updated, and even the storyline for the most part is really intact. There's some things they changed, but for the most part, the game storyline is still intact, and it's still one of those things that's like, man, the storyline is still intriguing. So hopefully today, if you are somebody that has not picked this game up yet, you are still on the fence of either playing it, or maybe it's in your list of games that maybe you're like me, and there are a lot of games out there you've yet to play. I mean, I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of games out there, from God of War to all other types of games out there, that I'm like, man, I still have not played, and I need to get in there. I mean, hell, I'm a guy that has yet to play the full Uncharted like trilogy, or what is it? There's 4 Uncharted games. So if Resident Evil 2 is on your list of games that you have not played yet, but you want to play it, no time is better than now to be able to pick this game up. You can pick it pretty cheap on Amazon. I think even the game stores do some deals right now for Resident Evil 2, and you will not be disappointed with your purchase of this game. And also, too, to build up to Resident Evil 3. If you are somebody that wants to play Resident Evil 3, and you know, and knowing that Resident Evil 2 actually happens within the storyline, within the time frame of Resident Evil 3, it is no time better than now to be able to pick this game up, play it, and have an enjoyable time with it. So here are some of the reasons why I actually really enjoyed Resident Evil 2. First off, I'll say this. When this game got announced and leading up to its release, I'll say this, man. I did not sleep the day that it was going to be released. The night it was going to be released, I did not sleep. I went to bed at 8 o'clock the night prior, saying, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed, really early. I'm gonna wake up super early in the morning, and be able to play this game by maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and be able to grind it out. Man, I went to bed at 8, woke up at midnight, and could not go back to sleep because I was so excited to play this game. And I will tell you right now, don't regret it whatsoever. It was a fun time to play this thing, and the nostalgia and the fun that I had when I played that game when it came out was something that was just truly remarkable. So what was some of the things that kind of captured my excitement for this game? I'll tell you this right now, the storyline between Leon and Claire, and kind of figuring out what their stories have in store for them, what's kind of going on with the reasons why they're going into Raccoon City, or the reasons why they're going to the police department. I think some of the motives that they have in this game, at least especially for Claire, not so much for Leon, but the motivations for Claire and the reason why she went into Raccoon City to look for her brother, is something that is just really good to be able to hold on to something concrete, or the reason why somebody is going in there and wanting to kind of fight the horde of zombies trying to look for somebody. So I really did enjoy that storyline for Claire. And again, looking back at the original 90s version of this game, really still holds tight to the storyline that they had in that. Leon, I'll say this, Leon's a little rough when it comes to the storyline, because new rookie guy coming into the city for the very first time, working his first day on shift as a police officer. And I'll say this, man, if I was a firefighter at this time, and this was my first day on the job, I'd be like, dude, what? I don't want to be a firefighter anymore. Get me the hell out of here. So even though some of the things that actually happens to Leon with the storyline with him and some of the other characters, it does get better. But I will say this, in the very beginning, Leon's story does not really hold up in the beginning to Claire. Claire definitely has a really great storyline and concrete reasons on why she is there and a mission that she is on to find her brother during the time. When it comes to the gameplay, I'll say this. I think a lot of people were seeing a remake of Resident Evil 2 and seeing that, we had tank controls back in the 90s, and I think a lot of people were wondering, hey, is that going to be one thing that's going to be returning for this Resident Evil 2 remake? Honestly, to me, the tank were okay. The tank controls back in the day were okay with the fixed camera angles and whatnot. I think it was okay. Look, the updated that they do with this, when it takes kind of the Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5 over the shoulder, where you can actually aim and shoot and maneuver, is something that I think just, even though it's really tight corridors, there's a lot of zombies, you have to manage your ammo and whatnot, it still does make the game feel very intense. Even though it's an over-shoulder view, you're able to aim at certain parts of the zombies and the monsters. The game still feels very intense, very claustrophobic, and the fact of managing your equipment, managing your ammo is something that is still very important in being able to survive in this game. You can't go around shooting every single zombie, because if you take the time and effort into popping several headshots into a zombie, sometimes they won't go down. They will not go down in the first 2, 3, 4, 5 headshots you make. Sometimes they do, but sometimes, man, they will just take round after round after round and being able to try to kill them. So, to me, I really did enjoy it. I think it made you feel more immersed in the environment of what's going on. It made you feel more kind of knowing of kind of what the chaos was that was happening in the Raccoon City Police Department. And the fixed camera angles, I think you would get kind of a sense. However, I feel like with this over-the-shoulder view, it makes it feel more personal. It makes it feel more like you are actually in the adventure. It doesn't make it feel like as a movie as much as that, maybe back in the 90s did with the fixed camera angles and the tank controls. I'll say this, man. Being able to shoot and maneuver is something that I absolutely love. Even going all the way back to Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5, you were only able to shoot from a stationary position. You could aim at certain body parts and whatnot, but the fact that you can actually shoot and maneuver in this game makes it just so much better, and actually does have a little bit of that adventure, first person type shooting action type of feel. I really did love that Resident Evil 2 remake actually put in shooting and maneuvering. I'll say this too about being able to aim at certain body parts and whatnot. The dismemberment and the detail and graphics of being able to create so much chaos on certain enemy types is something that I really did not expect, and have actually been really enjoying, and being able to be like, you know what, I got an infinite ammo minigun. What kind of dismemberment can I do? Or with my infinite rocket launcher, what can I actually blow up on this zombie? And you know what? I'll lead into that. Look, I think Resident Evil 2, back in the original days, I think had some really good ways of being able to keep you playing the game. I think that's kind of the biggest thing right now, is being able to keep you intrigued and playing the game over and over and over. With infinite ammo back in the day, I think that was one great way of being able to do it. And now, with that being included, with being able to beat this game multiple times, whether it being on hardcore, standard, and beating certain times and getting certain unlocks, whether that being the infinite ammo minigun or the infinite ammo rocket launcher, pistol, submachine gun, are again great ways to keep people playing the game, keep them invested to where, you know what, I beat the game on standard, now I gotta beat it on hardcore. Okay, now that beat on hardcore and standard, I gotta beat these certain times to get these certain unlocks. You can currently right now pay $5 and get all the unlocks, which is kind of lame, because I was one of those players that beat everything at a certain time. But if you don't want to do that, you can still buy, I think it's $5 for all the unlocks in this game that you can get, the infinite ammo, machine gun, pistol, rocket launcher, stuff like that. So to keep you playing, to keep you entertained, I think that's really one great way of being able to do it. Kind of currently right now, as you're seeing this gameplay, I got the infinite pistol, and I'm dealing some damage on some of these zombies, and I think that's one of the fun things I like. I like once you get some of these unlocks with infinite ammo, and now Mr. X chasing my ass down, it is fun to actually get some of these infinite ammo weapons and just create chaos, create havoc. Look, you played the entire game with trying to manage your inventory. Now you just kind of get to let loose and kind of have this little action adventure game of just being able to kill everything in sight. So look, if you're somebody that is wanting to pick this game up, if you are wanting to get involved into the Resident Evil storyline and actually get prepared for Resident Evil 3, I think, again, no better time than now to actually pick up Resident Evil 2 and play it. For the year anniversary, for this game being a year old and still being able to keep my attention going and to be able to keep playing this game over and over and over and still have a lot of fun. And you saw me turn around because I got scared. I was like, nope, and I got another zombie here, so I'm still, even though a year out, I'm still getting freaked out of this game and playing it. I've been really enjoying it, and it's just something that I hope Resident Evil 3 is able to capture, later on. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please pick up Resident Evil 2. You will not regret it. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys all next time.